This is a Duckfellas Podcast, your weekly dose of waterfowl wisdom, blind banter, and hunting stories that might just be mostly true. Hosted by Tyler, Kade, and Pookie. Three fellas chasing feathers and good times. Do us a favor and hit that like button or subscribe wherever you may be listening in at today. Welcome back.
Had to throw in the Pookie.
Had to.
Here we are again for another week.
We got to start throwing some wrenches in every once in a while.
Keep people on their toes.
All right.
Yep.
I don't even know how that started, but I feel like that's what I'm referred to all the time now.
Every
I
time
have heard you called
else,
Pookie.
Every time I call somebody else Pookie, I gotta. Nope, never mind. You're not Pookie. We already have one of those.
I do appreciate how loyal you are to me with that name.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
Somebody's got to do it. Well, we'll get into a little bit of hunting stories from this week. It was not a bad week of hunting. It's my last week of duck hunting for the season in the state of Iowa. What did you just say?
I think he said he loves you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Tired of your shit breaking.
It was one time.
It's probably because you guys were too mean to it.
If you don't break your stuff, there's no way we are harder on it than you are.
I mean, hey, the big boat works just fine.
It didn't.
There was one problem this year, and that was batteries.
And lights on it, too. Because of your batteries.
No, it was a switch.
Oh, it wasn't.
Get your shit together.
Boom. Right.
If you're going to come at me, come out with these facts, bro.
Yeah, it's all right, dude. You and boat lights just don't mesh.
They definitely don't get along.
Master electrician.
No. Yeah. It's all right. Kade just saved the day.
Not really.
Thought he was about to just land ho the little boat.
Every other year, I would have been totally screwed.
If it would have been Austin running the boat, dude, he'd be on top of the willow trees, 10 feet in the air.
He legit said that.
Yeah,
he legit said that. He's like, I would have beached that fucker so hard.
Yeah, I would have, without a doubt.
That'd have been awesome. That would have been a great clip, though, for a reel on our Instagram.
How would you have got it?
Well, I would have recorded us pulling up to him in the willows.
What are you doing?
Hey, you can't park there.
How'd you get here?
Till you saw how messed up your boat was.
I didn't care at that point. It would have been worth the laugh.
That's fair. I get it.
Yeah, so the backstory behind that one, it was snowing decent. I mean, it wasn't snowing super hard, but hard enough to where you couldn't really see shit. Your eyes were getting pelted with little ice pellets. Hit a wave going back to our little hole, and the lights went out on the boat. So I looked back to see if the light was still on the switch panel. It indeed was. Turned around, put the freaking strobe light on. All I saw was weeds, and I said, oh, shit.
Yeah, we made it into the hole just fine. And we're sitting there, and I'm like, well, that's not good. Where's Kade? Like, we waited for what felt like forever, but I think it was like 30 seconds. And I'm like, we better go find him because something happened.
I was just glad that I got that thing trimmed up and turned off before I even got any sort of shallow. I even had to push the boat into the weeds more to get it to not try to keep rolling down.
Yeah, definitely avoided a possibly much worse situation with that.
Oh, that could have been real bad.
But, I mean, all in all, the week of hunting was not bad. Not bad. I mean, it was a slower year in general, but it definitely got better as the season went on, per usual.
It's usually how it works. Usually this week is our first real, like, big push of birds. So it's kind of par for the course.
Yeah. Only difference this year is, I guess the DNR probably got the seasons right this year. Because it looks like we're going to freeze up for a hot minute here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there won't be much open water other than a river by Thursday.
Fine with me.
Fine with me, too. Hope it all freezes up so tight that nobody can duck hunt in the whole state of Iowa the rest of the season.
Jeez.
Just because you're gone doesn't mean that you gotta be so mean to us.
Just you.
Yeah.
You.
At least make sure the river's open for this weekend. Come on.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, talk to Mother Nature. See what you can do.
Yeah, I'll put in a good word for you guys.
Call him bullshit on that.
We know you won't.
Hey, you're right. You caught me. And then, I don't know, we had, 3 or 4 pretty good hunts last week in general.
Yep.
I think because we didn't hunt Sunday or Monday when we got back from North Dakota.
Mm-mm.
And then it got pretty good. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it was good.
I was gone for a couple days.
That was nice.
Yep, I bet. Thanksgiving out of state, but the wife and I had to cut that trip short due to weather, so ended up coming back and being able to hunt the last couple days while you were here.
That was probably a good call for you guys to head home a
Yeah.
couple days early.
Yeah, when we woke up Sunday morning and saw that I-80 was travel not advised across the entire state of Iowa, and the line of cars on the news stopped in traffic due to accidents, it always sucks because we just don't get up there as much as we would like to, but to sit in traffic, standstill traffic for 4 hours and add that to a 7-hour drive would have been even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, when I left Sunday to head back to work, it was pretty messed up all the way across Iowa. I mean, the farther east I got, the better it got, but that first hour, so I got to almost Iowa City, the roads were pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think even still when you left, like it was travel not advised on 80, like all the way clear past Grinnell. Still.
Yeah, I was not supposed to be driving.
Mm-hmm.
Recommendation.
Minor recommendation.
What else happened Sunday morning?
Austin went back to bed.
Oh, there it is.
That's why we didn't go hunting Sunday.
Yep. That's what I was looking for there.
These guys give me shit for being 5 minutes late most of the time, and they left me hanging again.
Well, hey, listen, I did wake up late, but I woke up, I responded. Pookie was taking way too long to respond. I'm like, this guy went back to sleep.
5 minutes at 3-something in the morning, though, means you're definitely back in bed.
Yeah. No. No, I was. I got up on time, got dressed, talked to Kade, and Tyler was nowhere to be found.
You know what's crazy, though, is you were up and out of bed, so you could have just went to Kade's, got in his truck, brought the little boat over, and we could have just knocked on the door and said, hey, bitch, wake up. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, after the day of hunting that it sounded like people had out there and the unfortunate circumstances that you actually didn't have to go back to work right then and we could have hunted all day, like, yeah, we should have been out there.
If we would have gone where Tyler and I talked about going, we wouldn't have been there all day. He could have still went to work on time.
Yeah, so actually it only took Austin 2 minutes to respond, but it did feel like 30 minutes.
It felt like a good half hour. I'm not going to disagree with you there.
I was super ticked because I wasn't real mad about not going because I had to drive a ton yesterday. But when they texted me and said, oh yeah, we're not going to start till the afternoon, and we didn't even do anything today, FYI, no work. But I was like, God, now we really wish we would have gone hunting because I don't have to be at work till later in the day, Monday. So that sucks.
Should have just hooked the boat up, came out.
But I was already on the road.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Should have just turned around. You were only 3 hours from home.
Only.
I'd have got in the home in time to hunt like an hour and a half.
We could have done it.
That would have been all it would have taken.
Too bad. So sad.
Mistakes were made. Now Tyler's done for the year.
No, I'm done for the year in Iowa.
Yeah, in Iowa. At least done duck hunting in the year for the year in Iowa.
I say I wouldn't rule out a trip to Missouri, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska.
I'm intrigued.
Those are all viable options. I like going to Nebraska late in the year.
Twist my arm.
Why would I do that? Might give you rug burn.
That's weird.
What?
Tyler's been up far too long. He didn't get adequate sleep last night.
Nah, I got like 3 hours. It was awesome.
That's about all you sleep anyway.
It's usually 4. But yeah, no, it was a fun week. Lots of snow Friday night into Saturday. Not as much as they were calling for though.
No, but that snow Saturday was a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it definitely turned our whole spread into a slushy.
And we had a lot of snow goose decoys out.
Yeah, it was a lot. Which we did have 3 snow goose decoys or 3 snow geese work in the morning. So maybe
I
that
thought we
gave
were
us a
going to
chance.
absolutely crunch those things.
Mm-hmm. That was almost pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, shall we?
Dad got to shoot the speck. That was cool.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
Yep.
to show a spec.
Can't leave that guy hanging out.
Because Pookie didn't have his gun loaded.
Nope. Was getting ready.
Loaded. It was loaded. He just had the shell hanging out the side.
Yep. I was getting ready to go be a nice guy and clean off the decoys for us.
Well, I couldn't do it. I was making breakfast for retailers.
And then that thing was just absolute feet up saying, "Oh my gosh, look at all my friends."
Feet up or feet down?
Nope,
down.
feet up.
Yeah,
Feet up.
Okay. That's why he was coming in upside. Interesting.
He almost was there for a second.
Yeah, he was just inside out.
There it is.
That was sweet. I wish they all did it like that.
Me too. But then it wouldn't be any fun. It'd be too easy.
It'd still be fun.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely go for some easy days.
We don't get those around here. There's too many people.
I like the challenge.
Of course you do.
Anyways, who cares? We're moving on.
Who cares?
Hunting's dumb.
For you.
You're just mad you can't go this weekend.
I'm not mad, actually. I'm going to be making money.
That is true.
I haven't worked in over 30 days, so I think it's time to make a couple bucks. Ellie's kibble supply is running low. This
Dog's
week,
gotta eat.
yeah. She's currently passed out. If you guys can see her back there, like a whole sack of potatoes.
Out.
Anyways, this week we're going to discuss decoy brands and styles. Everybody's got their preference, but there are some that are better than others. I guess we'll just kick it off. What's everybody's favorite brand of decoy? Like, what do you guys prefer? No, Austin's opinion doesn't really matter, but
That's true.
Ow. I personally feel like all around, it's harder to beat a Dakota.
copycat. Can't steal my answers.
Then why'd you ask me?
That's awfully nice of you. I appreciate you that
You're
for
welcome.
that.
Yeah, their duck floaters look absolutely badass. They hold up to the shit you do to them very well. Because you are not nice to anything.
No. Why? I know I shouldn't have to be nice. I mean, obviously, I agree with you. Dakotas are my favorite. I've ran avians in the past quite a bit. They weren't a bad decoy. They hold up good, but I've had troubles with their paint holding up. To me, after about 3 years, they were all black. So I got rid of those. I've tried the dive bombs. Everybody here knows my opinion on those. Those things could just disappear off the face of the earth, other than their pintail decoys. I do like their pintails.
Those things are sick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I just don't like the movement. They don't have good movement. Period. They're a lot like an avian. I don't think avians move as well as some of the other brands. But the dive bomb mallards can just frick off. I'm not a fan. I don't like the postures. I don't think the paint's all that in a bag of chips. All around, not a fan.
That's the cool thing about your Dakotas, too, is for how, I guess you could call them heavy. I mean, they're on the heavier side. Those things move around with no wind.
Yeah. They're definitely on the heavier side, but for the way we hunt, it doesn't really matter. But there is lighter options, too. They got the packables. I mean, they've got everything you could think of. I've also had green headgears growing up, Lambos, all that stuff. I mean, you can't. It's hard to beat a G&H durability.
Yeah.
Their OG G&Hs were some of the best. Austin, what do you like?
Well, the only thing I've really ever hunted over are Dakotas.
Hmm.
So, I mean, you have what, 13, 14 dozen?
Something like that.
Yeah. Ducks, and how many ever dozen honkers? So, yeah, I mean, when you get to hunt over those all the time, and I can consistently like get to look at them like during cloudy days, sunny days, just see how good they look, see how good they move, and how well I think that they can bring in birds for you with just how good they look. So I mean, when that's all you're used to, you're like, yeah, well, I mean, it works. Like, why would I go to or want to try to do anything else?
Right. The one good thing about Dakota too is their warranty it's pretty decent. They're fairly, as long as you get a hold of them, which during hunting season is harder to do to get a hold of them, but they do stand behind their product fairly well whenever they do respond. Are your Dakotas your favorite also for goose decoys, or do you have other ones you like for goose decoys?
I haven't found one that I like better than a Dakota for goose decoys either. And we've hunted over a lot of different shit.
Mm-hmm. I started out, well, not I didn't start out, but I used to have a good handful of avians, and I like the look of the avian full bodies, but I do not like their bases.
Yeah.
That system does not last. Never lasted for me. It would eventually wear that groove out, and they would just collapse.
Yep. The new avian paint's pretty cool too. More of that like brown creamish color.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty decent looking decoy. Just I wish they'd change their bases up.
You still have a handful of those, don't you?
Like 4, I think 4 or 5, or just a few. But yeah, I got a few.
Very few, but yeah, no, you can definitely tell when you grab one of those with the base because they're usually broke. Actually, I'm pretty sure all 4 or 5 of those are broke.
I've already replaced them like 3 times. So you can get the replacement cones for them, but they just don't last.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a little bit of everything in my goose trailer. I've got DOAs, final approaches, some Higdons, I believe, some GN or greenhead gears, a little bit of all of it. And then once again, the Dakotas, even their bases just seem to hold up the best. The rubber bands on the bottom that hold the base on don't wear out hardly at all. I've had a couple that the inside, the guts have broken a little bit, but they still work. You just got to twist the band on the bottom around once to tighten it up.
If Bigfoot could find a way to keep their feet and heads on, like to where you didn't have to put screws in them, those things would be hard to beat.
I just wish they had movement and you didn't have to stake them down in high winds.
Yeah.
Because that's been so annoying. Having to, it gets real windy, you look out and, half the decoys are laying down taking a nap.
Well, that's how our spread looked in North Dakota every single time we'd shoot a goose, because either one or both of the dogs took the most direct route to whatever was on the ground.
They looked like pinball machines going through there.
That would have been a great GoPro video.
Yeah, it was terrible. What kind of goes into your decision on the paint, on the decoys, Kade? I mean, obviously, we kind of discussed a little bit about how the paint holds up and the durability, blah, blah, blah. But is there any more that goes into kind of when you're looking at a decoy, which one you like or which one you would want?
It's hard to tell looking at them, but obviously, like, paint's the biggest one. And if the paint stays on, I feel like half of them, especially the way that we beat them up and throw them in the little boat, it doesn't really take a whole lot to beat the shit out of the paint.
Right. That's the flocking is the biggest part for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Dakota does, but obviously I have some decoys that are missing flocking just from the way my weight systems are set up. But for the way they get beat up, and the flocking holds up great, I think.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of decoys. And that was my biggest worry with going to flocked heads, was they would not last.
Yeah, they hold up surprisingly well for what we do with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm really surprised on the black ducks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Those things looked like new still, basically. Mm-hmm. After, a full season of getting destroyed.
Yeah.
It's what, with you picking up another, would you get 2 dozen?
2 dozen mallards and a dozen black ducks.
So I kind of just kept a mental note all year of how those looked. And then, like, obviously now we're at the end of the season. And I mean, like you guys have said, like, I mean, we're rough on stuff and they still just look pretty well brand new after a first full season of getting banged around in the little boat and thrown around and the weights taken on and off around their heads and whatnot too. It just, they look good.
Yeah, I feel like if it was up to Tyler, we would take every dozen of his new decoys, hook them up to the hitch of his truck, and just drag them down his rock driveway just to break them in.
What was it? 2 years ago, we were unboxing some decoys at my house, goose decoys.
I think it was last year.
Okay, either way, whatever. You guys were grabbing them and like setting them in the trailer all nice, and I said, "Fuck that!" I just grabbed one and chucked it into the trailer.
Well, before that, I dropped one. I dropped one in the shop, and I was like, "Sorry, dude," and you're like, "Fuck that thing!" Kicked it all the way across the shop. I was like, "Okay."
Gotta break them in right.
Can't spoil them and then beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, if they can't last one little fall on some concrete, they ain't gonna last me chucking them halfway across the field.
Yeah, as much abuse as your floaters take, those full body honkers just get yeeted across fields.
Well, they're not all broke, at least.
That is true.
No.
Just the stands. There's a little tack weld on the stands. Don't last. But that doesn't affect the way they perform.
We also know a welder, if we're that worried about it.
Not worried about it. That's way too much work.
That takes time. We don't have that.
All right.
I want to hear you talk about this one. As far as mallard floaters go, what do you like for postures? I know we kind of struggle with some of the feeders that you have, mainly because I think they're actually all dive bombs that we struggle with.
They are.
You got rid of most of them.
Yeah.
But the feeders, the way you do your anchor system, we put the anchor over the head when we're done, put them back in the little boat. The anchors always fall off. So it's painful.
It can be a real pain in the butt.
Yeah.
As long as they don't get tangled up and everything, it's not that bad. But
yeah,
when they fall off and you got, because I run 25-foot lines on the decoys because you never know the depth you're going to hunt year in and year out. So if you have 20-foot of line tangled up in the bottom of that boat, that will make me pull the plug on the boat and sink it to the bottom.
The other thing I don't really like about the feeders is when it starts getting icy. Like if you have big waves, it'll ice that whole head up.
Yeah, and then they start just turning over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of why I've got away from the dive bombs. The feeders look decent, but in all honesty, if a duck's that close where it notices the feeders from the ones that are sitting there,
it should not be alive.
Yeah, it's time to shoot. Like, you're good enough. Let's get it. What are you smiling about over there?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just, just the way that you're like, oh yeah. I mean, you're very particular about things, but then at the same point, you're like, well, if they can notice that, then they should just be dead anyways. It's like, yeah, well, in an ideal world, yeah, every day that would be awesome. Like if that's the stuff that we were worrying about, or ducks getting that close and not dying, man, we'd have a lot more to complain about, I think.
Well, if they get that close, I might as well not even shoot my gun because I'll miss them anyway.
Facts.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Yeah, big facts.
60 and out for Kade.
You just need to get rid of that big choke tube for duck season.
I've tried like 4 different choke tubes. I don't think it matters. I just can't hit a duck that's right in front of my face. I think I lead them too far all the time.
Probably if you're used to shooting at 100 yards. But
what are your guys' preference in mixing different species of ducks into the decoy spread?
I love it.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of mixing species to a point. I mean, I think if you're trying to like mix in gadwalls and widgeon decoys, I don't think, and teal even, I mean, I don't think those are going to make a big difference.
Right.
Because they're the same color as a gray duck. I mean, and a mallard, they're all the same colors, more or less, especially early in the season. But if you start adding in like the pintails and the black ducks, like for me, I like the pintails and I always like to put them at the edge of the spread for the white. Helps.
Yep.
It's just a little bit more, I don't know. To me, feels like it pops a little better. And then we added the black duck decoys this year, and I tell you what, those black ducks on a sunny or a cloudy day really pop in that spread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, they added a whole nother dimension to it. Can't say if they really helped or not, because I don't know. I feel like we did the same either way, but
Well, we didn't kill a black duck in Iowa this year, so
We thought we did the other day.
that would have been sick.
That Susie was looking awfully dark.
she was looking real dark over there.
I think it was just because it was still a dark day outside. She was sitting in white slush.
So I'll switch gears here. I don't even think we have it really wrote down or anything. And we've been talking about floaters and full bodies the whole time. But the new thing in waterfowl hunting is motion decoys. And we have a little bit that we dabble in, not nearly as much as a lot of people that I see. But what do we got? Couple spinners, a swimmer. Kade has that mallard machine that absolutely ripped in the slush the other day. Ordering 2 of those immediately.
Yeah, that thing's clutch.
I will say, haven't tried the new ABNX kicker, but I've heard great things about that. But the mallard machine from Mojo, that thing is the cat's meow from what I can see, and it lasts all day.
Yeah,
it's not like it only runs 3 or 4 hours. It's pretty much lasted almost every day for us. We needed it to.
I think the only time that it died, we used it in the morning one day, and then we never charged it, and you tried to use it damn near all day again.
Yeah, and it lasted most of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that thing, like if you do just your normal morning hunt till 11 o'clock or noon or whatever, you can get like 2 or 3 hunts out of that thing. No problem.
I believe it. I mean, like I said, the motion off that thing's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Especially for how long it lasts. I've heard good things about that avian kicker, but avian has so many problems with their motion decoys. I know they had problems with that to begin with. Supposedly they fixed them, but it's a lot of money to spend on a decoy that you might take it out of the water and it just stays running and never shuts off again because it leaked water in the system, which has been the biggest problem with them. And you didn't have much luck getting a hold of them for your warranty stuff, right? On your spinner?
No, I tried reaching out multiple times in every way, shape, or form and never heard back from anybody.
It's wild.
That thing has ran less than 8 hours, and it just doesn't work.
And you're not the only one I know that's had that problem with those.
No, there's been several people now that I've been kind of talking to more people about them.
Mm-hmm.
Anything with a motor from them, I will never buy again.
I don't blame you.
I got a bad taste in my mouth.
I had considered buying that spinner when it came out, and I was like, oh, I'll give it a year, see what it's like, see what the reviews are on it. And then you and a couple people I know had it, and they were all bad. Not a single good review.
Yep.
Trash.
I might as well throw mine in the trash at this point.
For as much as you used it, yeah. How much did those things cost new?
I think when I got it, I can't remember exactly. I think it was right around $200 with the remote and
normal price then.
Yeah. But $200 to use it one day and it not work again.
All right.
That sucks.
Yeah. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
That swimmer that you have, Austin, that thing rips pretty good too.
I definitely have to figure out, like, I think that I'm going to have to create its own rigging system instead of just a standard Texas rig that I have on it right now, because it definitely needs more room than the length I have on that Texas rig. Now, I had kind of debated on maybe doing something similar to like how you do your decoys, just to give it that room to actually like create the full motion that it can. But then the only bad thing is it seems like if that thing gets going, it can get tangled up in a dozen decoys in the blink of an eye. And then all of a sudden you just have a big blob of mess decoys clanging together right in front of you.
I feel like a longer cord would help that too, though. Because it can kind of go multiple different ways versus it being stuck in like a 5 or 6 foot circle it has.
I have considered getting that attachment with it as well too that you can hook other floaters on to it.
Ooh,
Because
we can start a choo-choo train.
yeah, well,
Chain
I mean, there's no doubt that thing has the power to push more than one decoy. I mean, that thing will throw water when it turns around.
It's a damn jet boat.
Yep.
Yeah, it wants to take off.
Yeah, I think if I can get some kinks worked out in it, it'll be all right. Now, granted, the first swimmer that I got didn't work, period.
Yeah.
Luckily, Lucky Duck was actually super easy to work with. Like, I called them immediately and had the new one in like 2 days there, and it worked just fine, and it has worked just fine since. I mean, we took it on, probably half a dozen or so hunts this year when the wind was low, and it does look good. I mean, we've had birds land by it while it's moving too, so it's clearly effective. It's just working out those kinks and being able to like just contain what we need from it.
Well, I'll expect you to be out there this summer on the lake in your swim trunks, playing with your swimmer, trying to perfect it.
You watch. I'll be the only person out there just playing with my plastic ducky.
That is one thing, like you said, though. I was kind of worried about it that first day we used it, about ducks kind of being like, what the hell? This thing's like kicking a wake out behind it. But they don't care. It's definitely badass.
No, you smashed that blue wing that landed like a foot away from it. I'm like, there goes my swimmer. Like that thing's going to jet right in front. Howler's going to kill this blue wing and my swimmer.
2-for-1 special.
Yep.
Shit happens when you party naked.
Yep. It do be like that. No, what spinners do you run, Tyler?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would, and that's why I asked.
Okay. Yeah. So I run the Lucky Duck.
Okay.
I don't even know which version it is now, the XHDI or something like that. The ones that have the wing, black and white wings that always stop with black up. I've had the best luck with Lucky Duck in general for warranty and just lasting the longest. I mean, I know my first ones I got, they lasted 2 years, which that was better than Mojo. Mojo would last me like 3 hunts, and they would be something wrong with them, whether it was a battery already shutting out or the motor going out. But last year, I had a problem with those Lucky Duck HDIs, and I emailed them about it, and they ended up sending me 2 brand new ones of the new ones and a bag from Rogers in return. And those lasted all season and are still kicking. So
I'll tell you what, that bag that they sent you, that thing is the fucking cat's meow. Like compared to the way that we like used to have to do it with the single bags and everything. Now, I mean, they're both just right there. Like that thing is slicker than shit.
it makes it easier.
Until it gets left on the nose of the little boat and it freezing rains overnight and everything's frozen inside the bag.
Or it doesn't get pushed down in the little boat and then you hit a wave and see that thing pop up. And
oh, like, God, I was so scared that day.
I think the bag floats, so that would have been a bonus.
Yeah, but that was a lot of money just going, wee.
Yeah.
No,
it happened
no
to
money.
me
They
as
were
well,
free.
too, going the long way. And I was like, oh, don't do this to me.
Well, I guess we can move on to goose decoys here.
The gooses.
I mean,
goose.
I don't. Yeah. Goose wise, I don't care for motion decoys. I think motion decoys flare more geese than they bring in. I mean, the only thing we ever use is the flag because flags definitely help you out. Me and Austin have been talking about it, making kind of backboards for some flags to put in the spread and then having a jerk string come to the layout blind. Hopefully we can get those figured out here before goose season gets going good. We got a pretty good idea on how we want to do it. It's just a matter of putting the idea in place.
That shouldn't be too terrible, I wouldn't think.
No, and it'll make it a lot easier for flagging because then you can have your doors closed the whole time, and you could pretty much flag at them all the way in if you need to.
Mm-hmm. They do love that flag,
especially in North Dakota. That was rough.
I had never flagged like that before. I mean, looking around and everyone else is down and their blinds, and I still have one door open, trying to flag at them and for as long as I possibly could before they'd see me, just to keep their attention.
But you mean you haven't flagged like that since high school when you were in the marching band, right?
Correct. Dude, I could twirl those flags like it was nobody's business.
I was not ready for that one.
I was sitting here waiting for him just to shut up so I could throw it out there.
Yeah.
I can normally, like, when you say something, I can normally be like, yeah, I kind of saw that one coming, but not that one. That was out of left field.
Yeah. I had it ready. It was in the pocket.
Locked and loaded.
That's what I
Ladies and
appreciate
gentlemen,
about you.
he's been thinking of that one for a month.
No, just for a whole drive yesterday and last night.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Anyways, okay. So when you set a honker spread, what's your ratio, or is there different scenarios for your ratios of sentries, actives, and feeders in your spread if you're hunting a field?
I've never really, like, mixed it up too much. I mean, I obviously, I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm trying to think of how I can put this the way I want to say it.
Words.
Yeah, words.
Words are hard.
We've had, before I hunted with you, Dawson and I had basically the exact same spread for a lot of years. So, like, we didn't really have a whole lot of different options we could use aside from, like, running silhouettes and stuff, which I don't typically like.
I use those as fire starters.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, Tyler absolutely hates silhouettes. And he's starting to make me feel the same way because he just proves it every time we try to use them. I'm like, damn it.
It's a reason they quit using those in like the 90s or early 2000s.
I feel like if you're going to do it, you got to do like all silhouettes or all full bodies.
If somebody came to me and said, we're setting an all silhouette spread, I'd say, all right, I'm going to go back to bed. Peace out. Have fun.
Jeez.
Trash.
That's just how dramatic he is.
Shut up.
But I don't know. I feel like you need a lot less like head up sentries than you do your actives and feeders.
Yeah. I'm not super like hip on the goose hunting stuff. I've always just focused on ducks. I'm trying to get more into geese. I do like goose hunting. I like killing geese, but I enjoy killing ducks way more. Like if I have an opportunity to go out of state to go duck hunting during goose season, I'm gonna go do that. I don't care. But I try to keep sentries down in the spread. Like I don't like a whole lot much more than 5. And
Yeah.
Normally I run about 200 plus. I think it's somewhere between 200 and 225 full bodies, somewhere in there. And out of that, I only want like 5 sentries. There might be one or two more in the spread, but I don't know. I feel like if you have too many of them, it's going to make them look less comfortable in the field. But like between the actives and feeders, I do think that's kind of like site specific. Whether if you're trafficking them, I would say you'd want a lot more actives. I don't know any facts on that, but I've always liked to have more actives and then like do less feeders or mix the feeders in more with the actives rather than just a bunch of feeders. But that's just all guessing.
Yeah, I do know like early season, which you obviously don't do any of that around here. We're duck hunting. But early season, when you kind of have them broken up into family groups, I know the sentries, like if you put one in each group, it looks pretty real because they're always kind of looking to see what that other group's doing. But when they get in a big pack like that, there's not very many heads straight up unless they're worried about something.
Yeah. I feel like your city geese, though, are a little bit more cautious of their families because when your city geese are all just family geese anyways.
Yep.
So there's probably almost always one that's watching out what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Geese just aggravate me. I love hunting them, but they aggravate me.
That's why you like hunting them, because they're usually assholes.
Yeah, it's stupid. Is there situations where you guys used to not throw big spreads and throw little ones? Or was it always just a general throw what you got?
No, there was a lot of times that we didn't throw a lot. Like, obviously, if you know you're going to be having some weather like rain or snow, throw everything. Other than that, we wouldn't throw but half the trailer most time.
How many do you guys used to have?
I think when him and I first started, we had like 5 or 6 dozen Bigfoots, and that was it.
Right.
There towards the end, we sold all of our shit now, but I think we had like 12 dozen full bodies. So not a shitload, but about the right amount.
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like you can do pretty much what you want to do around here with that many. No, I don't trafficking them. You're going to want pretty much every goose decoy in the state you can get your hands on.
Yep.
So I do want to do one of these days. I want to get like 2 or 3 full trailers just piled into a field that's directly under a major flight line and send it.
Yeah, we thought we had that last year on Goose Wars.
That spread did not look as big as I thought it would look.
No, we had a shitload of decoys out.
Yeah, I mean, we had everything I have, and I think most of the stuff that they owned.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still, I mean, it looked big, but it did not look big.
Yeah, we were talking about it that night before, and I'm like, dude, we're going to have like half that field full. And then we threw it all out, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, but that kind of goes to show, though, like when you're scouting a field and like you may not think that there's a whole lot out there, but it still looks like way bigger than your spread. There's probably more out there than you think.
Yeah.
That's
I always feel like it's pretty important if you're watching a field like in the evening to try to stay and wait until they get up so you kind of have a better idea of how many are actually in there.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll think there's 200 in there and then they all get up and there's like 1,000 and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, I like seeing them leave too because you can know kind of like what size groups they fly in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to that point as well, too, like watching them at night just to try to mimic exactly how they're in that field with your decoys, too. I mean, whether they're super balled up, like in North Dakota, like they were not balled up at all. Like it was just long fingers, like long lines of geese with just random family pods all around. And I mean, that seemed to trying to mimic those out in North Dakota seemed to give us a fair amount of success. When we
they definitely were like not, or like it was like a big line, a pretty long, thick line of geese, and then there'd be like little fingers that just come off it. It was kind of weird how they were sitting, but it was every field was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't like here where they kind of like go off in groups of 20, 30, 40, whatever, in balls, you know?
Yeah.
There it was a big long line, dense with geese, and then there'd be little strings of geese off.
They must not be friends like they are here.
I don't blame them. A lot of different types of geese out there. You got the city geese, got the park geese.
I love city geese.
We didn't last year.
No.
It also doesn't help hunting the very last weekend of the season when geese have just been constantly called at every single day for months straight.
The biggest thing last year, I feel like, was the weather. It was never consistent for more than 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it was impossible to pattern them, no matter what we did.
And that Goose War day was cold as shit and just straight ripping winds.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was half of the problem with killing more geese was the wind was so bad that you couldn't take much further of a poke that was off your freaking boot bag.
There was a lot of geese we didn't shoot at, though, that were close enough that
Yeah.
we definitely should have shot at that day.
I have the videos on my phone to prove it when I was trying to walk back out in the field.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that it would have put us in first place, but we definitely could have killed probably another 10 geese.
Yeah.
And then I think there was one time where we pulled up and my gun didn't shoot. It was so cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was brutal.
I hope it's not that cold again this year.
Same.
Or if it is, I hope we go somewhere that we can put an A-frame or some panel blinds up and actually hide it and just run it here.
I am in for the A-frame when it's that cold. Otherwise, we can lose the A-frame and I'm fine.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's that cold, I will 100% have the heater bodysuit and the blind all snugged up.
Yeah. If it's that cold again and we have to use layouts, I will go buy one.
Wait.
Even just putting a sleeping bag, like something to keep you off that cold ground
Mm-hmm.
in there, though. I mean, because really, most of the time, that's the only thing I use the heater bodysuit for is just to not sit my ass on the freezing ground. But it does help when it's really cold out. It's just with those, like the actual legs and feet that thing has, like if I have to hop out quick, like it's just not happening, which I would still choose warmth over that anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do not like being cold.
Oh, we know.
I will say, since he got new waders, we haven't heard him bitch that his feet are cold.
Not once.
He hasn't really complained much this duck season in general about being cold. It's been pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it just got cold this week.
There's a little bit of truth to that as well.
Mm-hmm. But even all last week, though, even in those cold days, like, I mean, other than grabbing birds or whatnot, like your hands getting cold for a minute, I was good to go.
The propane bill has been cheaper this year.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah, 100%.
So, goose sleeper shells, I mean, do you like using them in a field? Or is it mainly just for ice purposes, hunting an ice hole?
I don't mind them in the field when it gets cold and snowy. I mean, you can pack a shitload of them out there because there's been days that you goose hunt a field and it's cold and snowy, and they will legit land and just lay straight down.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that too.
Tuck their head, straight to sleep they go.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy.
I know.
I don't know why they stay here when it's that cold if they just go to the field and then go to bed when they get there.
Like, what was the point of going to the field? Why didn't you just sleep on the ice?
Right. Maybe the ice was getting cold.
The field can't be much warmer. But yeah, on the ice, I absolutely love sleeper shells.
I could pretty much run all sleeper shells on ice.
Hard to beat.
Dude, if you got like 10 dozen sleeper shells and then 6 goose floaters and like 6 full bodies out there, it just looks ugly. Like, you're gonna wreck them.
Yeah. Except for last year when we had them trying to blow off the ice all day.
That was a real problem.
That was a pain in the ass.
Dude, it was so windy that day. And we seen so many geese.
And we could have shot so many, but there was too many all at once.
Yeah. I can't believe they all flew at one time that day.
That was a lot.
I mean, they never do that.
No. Not until you bring your homies down to shoot geese.
Yeah, no. And they want to be jerks.
It happens.
Well, I think that about wraps it up for the Decoy brands and styles. Roll right into closing thoughts.
Straight into it?
Straight into it.
You going head first, sideways, feet first?
Head first, obviously. It's the only way to do it.
Yeah, no, especially on the concrete.
Yeah, nothing important going on up here. Just let it rip.
Cinder tater chip.
What's in store for the rest of the season as we transition out of duck season and a goose? Well, Tyler's gone, so we're going to kill so many birds when he's gone, and he's going to be so pissed.
You won't be able to make me mad.
Want to bet?
Yep.
I hope we shoot like a net color or something like that.
I hope you do too.
Or a band. Cool. If we shoot a band, he'd be pissed.
I wouldn't. I've already shot my one band for the year.
Trevor shot it. He just won the draw.
No, a banded duck.
Okay.
Banded duck is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, a banded duck would be a lot cooler.
Screw them ducks.
Yeah, but realistically, you are leaving at like the perfect time because we would be hunting the river anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's really, the river hunts can be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those sometimes can be hard to beat.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys get on them good this weekend down on the river.
I just keep thinking about last year, that day we goose hunted and we had the goose shells blowing all over. We literally could have killed so many ducks.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
I was pissed. Hopefully it's like that again, because we will kill so many ducks.
Fingers crossed for you guys. I'll be rooting for you as I'm making double time.
Yeah. If that doesn't happen, you'll see a huge fire I quit sale.
I call bullshit.
Selling everything. truck and all.
Oh, trucks for sale too? How much?
$500,000.
Yeah, you need a truck, don't you? Or at least a back bumper?
No, I need a new bumper, tailgate, and bedside. Yeah, no, those are three things.
It did get the tailgate?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
I don't think the tailgate's like wrecked, but
needs
yeah.
fixed.
It's gonna need to be fixed.
Yeah, what happened there?
Oh, some random lady just ran into it. Said she slid into it, but definitely did not slide into it.
Yeah, there were no slide marks in the snow. She drove directly into your pickup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I will never forget the look on your face when I ran in the garage and I'm like, hey, you might want to come out here. Someone just hit your truck. And you turned around and I just shut the door.
Gotta go.
Yeah, I was like, all right, this dude just fucking with me. And I looked at Austin. I'm like, dude, he's not coming back in here. I guess I better go fucking back out there and look. This guy might be for real.
Her headlight was laying on the ground, all broken up. Oh, man.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, something like that.
We're looking forward.
Good.
Go ahead. Nope.
No, I was just gonna say, I know we've already mentioned it a couple times about the potential of doing Goose War. I hate you. Why are you like this?
Go ahead for real this time.
Do you want to talk about anything about Goose Wars? Anything else?
What do you mean?
Looking forward to it? Excited to pick your team?
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping they do it the same way as last year, and I'm hoping they do it this year, which they should. It sounds like they do a thing pretty much every year. They didn't do it for a couple of years there during COVID and after COVID, but they do this thing called Goose Wars, and it can be pretty fun. It was a pretty tight group that did it for a while. Bunch of good guys. They would have captains and a co-captain, I believe, is how they used to do it, and everybody that wanted to be involved in it would just put their name in a hat, and people would pick their teams. That way, it cut down on the cheating basically, because it would be a bunch of random people hunting together, and they're friends of other co-captains or captains on other teams. So somebody was cheating, they might rat on them, or less likely. But last year they did it where you could bring your own team, and that was a lot of fun. I mean, in all honesty, nobody cheated. I don't think. It was a pretty rough day for everybody. There was one group that got on them earlier. We didn't get on them until the end of the day. The last hour, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. Do look forward to doing it whenever we find out when it's going to happen. Hopefully we can go and take the trophy.
That would be sweet. If the weather lightens up a little bit, we've got a really good shot at taking that, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, we got some spots that if the weather cooperates, we could definitely run a fat chance at winning it. Yeah. Only thing that could kill us is the bands, because there are points for bands, and we have terrible luck with bands.
That we do.
One thing I did want to mention before we cut this out, we are working with the ISC moving forward with trying to start a waterfowl chapter on it. I mean, there's Deltas and Ducks Limited's chapters everywhere, but the problem with those is the money doesn't stay localized. I mean, there is some that stays localized, but the mass of the money goes to bigger projects, more in the prairie potholes, and they try to focus more on duck production. So we're working with the ISC to help give people that hunt Iowa for waterfowl a say, a kind of help give them more of a say of season dates and zone changes if we want to make zone changes, or to try to be a middleman between the DNR and the Corps of Engineers, and maybe even Delta and DU for trying to get funds together to do projects for wetlands. If you aren't a member of the ISC, it wouldn't be a good time here to start looking into becoming one if you want to help everybody and throw your opinion out there to season dates, as that's going to be a big thing coming up this year.
Yeah.
But we should have more info on that next week. I think we may have somebody coming in from the ISC next week for, I don't know, a little 10 or 15 minutes to talk to us about himself and kind of what their mission is with us. There's 4 or 5 of us that are going to be helping out with that. So hopefully some big things come out of that.
Hopefully we can do some things with the Facebook comments about what they want done. Hopefully they actually follow up and want to do something about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you talking about them keyboard warriors that like to
Yes,
talk but
yes,
never
I
want to
am.
make action?
Yeah. We'll just make it easier for it because we can find them.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Right.
it could be a big thing for Iowa. I mean, that it goes for the whole state. There's no groups out there that really just focus on the residents of Iowa.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely going to be a huge thing at some point. Obviously, it's going to start off a little bit slower, just kind of getting our feet on the ground, but that could turn into a really, really big deal for the hunters in the state of Iowa, duck hunters specifically.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot more duck hunters in Iowa now than there definitely used to be.
Yeah.
So, and everybody's got something to complain about, but you'll never be able to satisfy everybody. But it'll be a way for someone to feel like at least someone listened to their word and there was an attempt at action towards it, maybe.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a crazy idea. But I mean, you can't just go off the wall with everything. But stuff with legitimacy, it will definitely be taken into consideration.
Let's shoot them in March.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
were really pretty then.
I know.
Yeah,
love
no,
taking the camera out in March. It's awesome.
I'm really excited to work with ISC, a really good group of people. I follow along with them, especially with the local guys that are involved, and I've known quite a few of them for many years. Really enjoy to see the work that they're doing right now. They put on a killer banquet every year or two. So just, I mean, if we can group up with those guys and get some people behind it, really excited to see the things and the potential that we have with it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they seem, whenever me and Kade had the meeting with them, they seem super excited about starting this waterfowl side of it and getting something going for what we're talking about. So that makes me hopeful. Gives me a little bit of excitement too, just that they're excited for it.
Yeah, because they're not duck hunters at all.
No. I mean, he had I don't know if he's ever really waterfowl hunted in general. He didn't sound like he has much.
Yeah.
So
It was cool to see him actually like listen to some of the stuff that we talked about, and he's like, "Yeah, I could see why that's a problem."
Yeah. No, and they've already got, people out there in the right positions to help us present the opportunities that we're looking at presenting.
Yeah.
So I think that'll about wrap it up. Like I said, we look forward to working with them and hearing from them. Hopefully next week we have them on here. But as always, subscribe on your preferred podcast destination to keep up with our latest episodes. We're on everything out there. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Podbean, iHeartRadio. If you don't see us, just search it harder, I guess. You're going to find it eventually. Google's a wonderful thing. Don't forget to follow our social media accounts. Duckfellas, one word, podcast on Facebook, and at Duckfellas_podcast on Instagram. As always, have a great rest of your duck season, as long as you can get out there in the ice. And we will see you on the next episode.